at Summer Jam, he was able to get that stopped.
You think more artists are gonna disassociate themselves from JayZ now that those allegations came out?
Hell yeah, nigga. Wait, right now, no. One ain't enough.
Right.
When the next one come, or they yell Foxy Brown, that's when everybody gonna scatter. If they see the Foxy Brown shit come into fruition, like it becomes a real thing to where like he's getting charged for it, or like she's getting pulled in. Oh, they gonna scatter like roaches, bro. As soon as the light came on, man. But it's so many people. Like I'm not gonna let them act like they not JayZ supporters. Like the Norries, the Bleaks, the Lenny S's, all of them. I'm on they asses. Y'all niggas better ride with this nigga all the way through till the wheels fall off. I want to see y'all, like, don't do them like they did Puffy. Like, even Jay, everybody did Puffy dirty. That nigga got locked up. That nigga Puff ain't got no friends, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You went viral recently, Choke, man. A lot of bloggers was kind of taking some of your lines, man, and kind of running with it. And they were saying you were at the actually taping of Jamie Foxx's special.
Yeah, I was there.
Like, did he actually say that he was poisoned by Diddy?
Yeah, he did. I don't know if he said the word poison by, but yeah, he said Diddy's the one that put him in the hospital, and he called the police on his ass.
No. Damn, he was like dead ass serious, bro. Like no cap.
I thought he was serious. He didn't look like he was fucking joking to me. Like,
yo,
and I saw his special, and ask anybody that went to the special. He had way more than 2 Diddy jokes. And especially he did 2 to 3 Diddy jokes. That nigga gave Diddy at least 40 minutes. He killed TD Jakes. I mean, he bodied TD Jakes. And he didn't put that in there. He mentioned Craig Mack, Biggie, Tupac, and maybe somebody else, all in regards to Diddy has something to do with them getting killed. And he took all that shit out. So, all y'all out there talking about, oh, yo, Choke, why you lied on Jamie? Tell him to show you the raw tapes. Because I'm not lying. He wore the same clothes 3 nights in a row. His daughter wore the same clothes.
JayZ is no stranger to controversy, but this time the accusations against him have sparked a firestorm of intrigue and speculation. It's not just his name and the headlines, it's his entire legacy, his empire, and the very foundations of Roc Nation. What's happening? Why is one of hip-hop's most powerful figures suddenly under such intense scrutiny? Buckle up, because this story is as complex as it gets.
His other daughter wore the same clothes 3 nights in a row. The band wore the same clothes 3 nights in a row. But I didn't. As you can see me right here, right? That's the first night, right? Look at what I got on, right? That's the first night.
Man, Choke be having them receipts, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, man.
This is the third night, right? There go Jamie here. That's the third night. She still got the same clothes on. Right? Remember he said no more white girls? Do y'all remember this? Y'all don't remember none of this in the show, do y'all? No. So don't tell me I wasn't there. Did y'all remember this in the show? All the white girls, they said no more white girls? Oh, no, you didn't see that either, right? Just like you ain't see him say Diddy is the one responsible. But he did, right? Or was responsible, right? Look at, did y'all remember seeing all these people on the stage? This is the show. Do you remember seeing any of this in the show you saw on Netflix? No. Why? What does that mean? because it means it got cut out.
Always texts me something just as I'm spinning out of control. He said, Fox, no bad days. After what you've gone through, you do more than your days. My publicist Allison right there, she just had a baby. They were all there when it went down.
So, y'all don't remember? Yeah, you didn't see that part either, huh? Okay.
My boy dropping in receipts on y'all asses.
Trey Young was there. Now, y'all seen what I had on the first time, right? Now what I got on, a different shirt, right? Different outfit. Okay. So, you know what I'm talking about.
Now, Choke, what did he have to say about TD Jakes, man? You remember what he had to say about him?
Something about him being a power bottom and all that stuff. Right? Then they had the fake Jamie Foxx. He was there. That's how the show started. Ask anybody that was there. They said, Jamie Foxx. And then this dude came out that everybody was seeing on social media. Here go put you and Jamie together.
He looks just like his ass. That's crazy.
Right? So, who is this? Me and his daughter, right?
Yeah. Let me see.
See, she on the same clothes 3 days in a row. Because it was a taping. So, what y'all saw was 90 minutes. The show was actually 9 hours. So they took 9 hours and cut it into 90 minutes.
So dude was performing for 9 hours on stage?
Over 3 days.
Damn.
He did a show Friday for 3 hours, Saturday for 3 hours, and Sunday for 3 hours. Or Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I can't remember. See me and the sexy Miss Carrie, baby. And me and Jamie.
Brother Jay.
So, yeah, I can say what y'all want. So don't tell me. And if y'all look in the audience, y'all see me sitting there. Right? Now look, let me show y'all something even better. Here go one. It's me right here next to Jamie, right? Look what I got on. Right? Camouflage hat and the blue and white or green and white checkered shirt. Right? For all those who talking about I lied. Let me show y'all something. Now, look, there go me in the crowd. What I got on. Same show, right? How did I change my clothes? Right? Look. I'm at the show with a shirt and blazer on, right? Ain't that the same guy? That's me, right? Okay. how did my clothes change?
One thing they always gonna do is hate on you, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna call you cat.
These receipts show you. Oh, so I ran home, changed clothes, and came back. Like, yo, man, these people was funny, bro. Trust me. He said it. He cut TD Jakes' ass up, my nigga. Yo. Oh,
that's shocking. That's shocking.
It was so much. Yo, trust me, the show was better live than it was what I saw on Netflix. Like, right. He has so many great Diddy jokes. I mean, so many great Diddy jokes. So, oh my God, he killed TD Jakes. He took out the best. They took out the funniest parts. But I know. And then the other thing for all y'all, he did that show 3 nights in a row. Everything he did before. Y'all think he really cried all 3 times? Y'all seen him cry on the show when he's hiding behind his daughter like this? It's because he couldn't cry again. Like, that whole thing, man, it was a TV show, man. It was a soap opera. It was scripted. This thing had the 2 big-ass monitors in the back, the teleprompters. Them shits was jumbotrons. The nigga was messing up. Y'all ain't get to see all the mess ups. Wait, hold on. Him running off to say, hey, Chris Spencer, how that joke go again? And come running back out. Y'all ain't get to see all that. You know what I'm saying? But he gonna cut it out to try to make us that saw it and heard him say that about Diddy. They gonna cut it out, try to make it look like that it wasn't said. All they gotta do is run the raw tape. Run the raw tape of the show. Don't edit it. Just play it from beginning to end, and I guarantee you will see it. I'm telling you, that nigga ranked on Diddy for no less than 30 minutes. No less than 30 minutes. And the nigga put 3 Diddy jokes in there. I mean, when I say he ranked on Diddy for no less than 30 minutes, in the Netflix special, I don't even think he gave Diddy 60 seconds. This is how much I'm telling you they cut out, bro.
So they took all that Diddy stuff out in the TV.
All of it.
And
all of it.
I know you were shocked when you seen the show. I know you was like, damn, like what happened to all the other stuff?
Yeah, because me and my homegirl that went together, on the first show, she was like, yo, I don't remember some of that. I was like, yeah, because that was from the third show and shit. But even she was like, man, he cut out too many jokes. Yeah, I'm telling you, it was funnier live, even though it was a bunch of hiccups and stuff like that, and we had to wait for them to move. But he cut out too many jokes, bro. He cut out way too many jokes.
That's crazy, man. That editing be something, bro.
Man, he screwed us. He screwed us. But like I said, as y'all can see, look at the first outfit. Look at the first outfit. Okay? That's what you see me in the audience with. And then you see me goddamn with Jamie for the third show with him and his daughter, right? Totally different outfit. Ain't got no reason to lie to y'all.
There y'all have it, man. Choke No Joke came through with them damn receipts, man. So, man, it's going to be an interesting year. 2024, we got a few more weeks, man, of that. And then 2025, I already know 2025 is just going to be crazy as hell. So if you're a celeb and you've been living foul, I already know, man, your ass is going to be put on blast.
Yeah, and let me tell y'all, stop being quick to defend. Better wait it out. Because all y'all that's going to jump in front of the gun, y'all might get shot. Be easy.
Let's start with the explosive allegations of former Roc Nation employee backed by Tony Busby, a high-profile lawyer notorious for taking on celebrities, has come forward with claims that could send shockwaves through the entertainment industry. The accusations aren't just scandalous, they're deeply troubling. JayZ and Shaw Diddy Combs are alleged to have committed an unthinkable act against a 13-year-old girl back in 2020. The alleged incident supposedly took place at an after-party following the VMA Awards, a glittering event that represents the pinnacle of fame and success in the entertainment world.
Sharonda, if this allegation is true for a 13-year-old, what type of trauma are we talking about?
And we're talking about extensive trauma. We're talking about frontal lobe issues, temporal lobe issues, where we're talking about memory, we're talking about an increase in anger, an increase in frustration. We're talking about sensory fragments where you remember sense of smell, you remember everything, every little detail because you're stuck there and you can't progress and you can't move forward. I think there are also other things we have to consider. In studying this case, the alleged victim reported that she, struggles with autism and she had a brain injury. And so when you add those factors in there and she has a history of epilepsy, those things also affect memory. And I think that that's the part that's going to make this pretty challenging. But in the effect that there's some sexual trauma there, there's going to be a lot to pull apart with a case like this.
Okay, now the lawsuit says after the alleged rape, the teen ran from the party and called her dad to come pick her up from a gas station. Chloe Mellis at NBC News spoke to the unnamed accuser and her father in this investigative report.
We rode home in silence. He didn't ask me what happened. He didn't ask me what I did or where I was.
In an interview with NBC News, her father said he could not verify the claims. Quote, I felt like I would remember that, and I don't. I have a lot going on, but I mean, that's something that would definitely stick in my mind, he said. When we asked the woman about the contradictions in a phone interview on Friday, she said that she stands by her statements. I have made some mistakes, she said. Honestly, what is the clearest is what happened to me.
Okay, Sharonda, what are your thoughts about the latest statements from the accuser and from her father, who was, according to her, the one who came to pick her up?
I think it's difficult to tell someone who says they've been raped in the way that she explains it that they haven't been. So I can't necessarily question her truth. I think it's important to note that those around her who she named that was also involved in or supported her during this tough time, they don't remember the situation. And so I think that those raise flags. But I also think that there is a lot of struggle with memory. And if we're talking about drug use, and like I said, we're talking about temporal lobe issues, then we are talking about questionable memory. How much do you remember? How much can you say was fact versus how much is maybe vicarious trauma? And what vicarious trauma is when you've heard the narrative so many times that you begin to believe that it's your narrative, and you will take on these feelings, beliefs, and ideas as if they're yours. And I think with all the other things she has going on, those are things that will come into question if she was someone that I was seeing. Not necessarily questioning her truth about being raped, but I would definitely explore all those possibilities.
And how about the passage of time here? We're talking about 24 years later, right? This goes back to 2000. It's 2024. Going back 24 years to remember something that happened to you when you were 13.
When these allegations surfaced, the reactions were immediate and polarizing. JayZ didn't just deny the claims, he dismissed them outright, calling them idiotic. He went on to accuse Tony Busby of attempting to blackmail him, framing the entire situation as a desperate ploy to tarnish his reputation. But as the dust settled, more allegations began to emerge, shifting the narrative in ways no one could have anticipated.
How accurate would you expect those memories to be?
I think when it comes to trauma victims, 20 years ago feels like yesterday. So I do think that there is some details that they will remember. They will remember scents. They will remember sounds, voices. They will remember all that as if it just happened yesterday. So I don't think that the time frame of it all, plays a huge factor. Now, I do know that there are some clients who will block things out, but the minute you start unraveling, it will come to them with such clarity. So I don't think that 20 years ago makes any difference to a trauma victim, because to them, it feels like yesterday or like they're still in the moment. And that's what hypervigilance is.
And is there any way from your perspective when you're talking to someone to work through to figure out what is an actual memory versus what is perhaps, your mind playing tricks on you or some impact from the trauma itself? Is there any way to peel back any of those layers, or is it just is what it is?
No, I have many tools that I use to peel back those layers. I definitely create trauma narratives, or I allow the client to create the trauma narrative. I do dissect what they've been watching, who they've been speaking to, what they've been listening to, because sometimes those things can come up in the narrative or in the story. And so I have to help them pull apart what is real versus what they feel. And those things prove to be pretty successful with most of the clients that I've worked with who have been victims of sexual and physical trauma. And I think a lot of times they're able to say, you know what, I did see that somewhere else, or I heard that, or I've owned that, and it doesn't belong to me. But that also comes with doing really good extensive trauma work. So I think someone definitely should sit down with her and piece apart what is it that is real versus what you feel, because making mistakes in a situation like this is pretty critical and pretty crucial. So it's important to be very clear.
Sharonda Brown, always great insight. We appreciate your valuable time. Thank you so much. All right.
You're welcome.
My think tank still with us, Al Wunsch, Darnell Crossland, and Jennifer Brandt. So JayZ responded very quickly now after this latest revelation and said this incident didn't happen, and yet he filed it, meaning the attorney, in court and doubled down in the press. True justice is coming. We fight from victory, not for victory. Jennifer Brandt, what about this whole thing from JayZ's perspective? If none of this happened, if absolutely none of this happened, what should he do? What will he do?
Well, I think at first he's going to disprove these claims and, and show that he wasn't there, or come up with some reason, why this is all false. And there are some inconsistencies in the story already. Whether he goes after her now, goes after the victim.
Busby isn't backing down. In fact, he's doubled down on his claims, turning his sights on Roc Nation itself. According to Busby, JayZ's company has been engaging in deeply unethical and possibly illegal tactics to discredit him. Imagine this: operatives allegedly sent by Roc Nation pretending to be state officials, flashing fake badges, and attempting to manipulate Busby's clients. It sounds like something out of a crime thriller, but these are the claims being laid out in court.
Is kind of what people have been waiting for. When Tony Busby came out at the beginning of October and he promised to name other people co-conspirators, the facilitators of foul play, he called them. Was that kind of what you were seeing online, just comments of, oh, okay, it's beginning?
I think, since Diddy was arrested and the idea of his parties, people have been clamoring for additional names, other celebrities to now be pulled into that. And JayZ is one of the biggest celebrities so far. It's pulled into it. So yeah, people were kind of waiting for a moment like this.
And if you listen to his lawyers, some of the things that they said that were pretty interesting is he's not a target. He's not a probe or things of this at the criminal investigation, because if he was a target, he would have received a target letter from the federal authorities saying, you come and sit down and talk to us. So his lawyer said, without saying, the federal government on the RICO allegations have never talked to JayZ. That's basically him saying, I already know nobody's looking at me criminal.
Cheyenne, it's been said that JayZ personifies the American dream, his backstory, his rise. Just to reiterate how huge this is, talk about JayZ as a sort of cultural force.
I think when you think of hip hop, rap, and music, it's JayZ that's been kind of there since, the 90s. He came up, him and Diddy are the same age. They came up. And if you look at JayZ's influence today, the NFL, Roc Nation, he kind of touches every era of a mogul. He is a mogul in his own right. He's a billionaire. His wife, Beyonce, and him are a power couple. Their children are kind of, they're Nepo babies, but they're really well respected and admired within the industry across the world. And JayZ has gone from, a New York rapper to a very sophisticated mogul who is well respected across all industries. So for him now to be brought into this is kind of really shifting the plates of, the scope of these allegations and just who they can touch, and at a seemingly untouchable level.
Yeah, I just want to touch on a little bit there, the evolution of JayZ, because similarly to P. Diddy, he's had different personas. We've had Jigga Man, and that's maybe how you knew him at the beginning. But in recent years, I'm like past 8 years, he's really rebranded himself as, the therapy with Beyonce, the talking about his mistakes in his marriage, the Black Billionaires Club, the Black Excellence, the philanthropy, and part of that, yes, how they've chosen to raise their children is very well respected. You know, Blue Ivy, they've spoken about her work ethic and her sort of having to go on tour with Beyonce and prove herself. It feels shocking, I think, to a lot of people that this version of JayZ, which is a very family-friendly version.
Busby even posted about the situation on Instagram, where he detailed the lengths to which Roc Nation allegedly went to undermine him. In his words, the company overstepped, got sloppy, and stupidly got caught at their illegal scheme on tape. That's a bold statement, and it's one that Busby says he can back up with evidence. If true, it could have far-reaching implications, not just for JayZ and Roc Nation, but for the entire entertainment industry.
The one who's been hit with these allegations of sexual abuse.
I mean, it's shocking. I mean, also, you have to remember, when they were coming up or in their 20s and 30s, we're all allowed to grow and to evolve and to be, better versions of ourselves, especially as we, grow up. But it is just shocking. This allegation just popped up, and he goes back to look at what I've built. This is not my character. I'm heartbroken for my family. This does not align with my moral code. We have a code of ethics, and I would never hurt a or never hurt a child. So he's denied this full-heartedly.
There are a lot of questions that people have after reading the lawsuit, hearing about the lawsuit. Sean, I've just got to fire some at you because I'm a bit confused. The filing and then the refiling, is that a normal thing? What's going on with that?
Yes and no. We have a statute that allows, when you're talking about sexual assault, you can file as a Jane Doe, or you don't have to name a person if you don't want to. Is it normal? No, but the law allows it. So, normally that does not happen. Now, one of the things that I think came out, JayZ's statement that flat out said, fair is fair. You're suing me. Let me know who my accuser is. Stop being anonymous. Show your damn face. Show yourself. Because in America, we are allowed to face our accusers. And so you have filed a suit against me anonymously. The damage is done. Everybody is talking about my reputation. I need to now know who you are. And I think that's fair. I really do. Because he should be allowed to do his research. Was this 13-year-old girl actually at the party? Was he there at the same time at the party? Where the heck were this person's parents? How can I fight these allegations if I don't know who you are? So, is it normal? Yes. Is it rare? Extremely. But sexual assault cases are different.
So if they filed with JayZ listed as celebrity A.
Yes.
Right. So then when they refiled and they added his name to it, are we to assume that is because they got more evidence? They felt more confident in their claim? Why would you do it then?
Because they sent him a demand letter and they basically said, look, we're naming you in this lawsuit. We are suing you. If you want to keep your name out, pay us. And then JayZ, I'm assuming, sent him a letter back and said, I ain't paying y'all. What was the phrase? One red penny. They said, well, JayZ said, I'm not paying you, which means the settlement broke down is the easiest way to describe it. We tried to settle, it broke down, so I'm naming you in this lawsuit.
Okay, but wait a minute, because Tony Busby said that they did not ask for money, they asked for mediation.
Correct, a confidential mediation. They wanted to sit down together. They wanted to have a confidential mediation to see if they could settle. Okay.
Mediation, is it a normal thing to ask for? Why? I'm trying to put myself in the mind of somebody who may possibly allegedly have suffered this. Mediation, why would you want that?
In some states, it's not even that you want it, it's required. Like in our state, when we file a lawsuit, before you can get in front of a jury, you must tell the judge that we attempted to mediate and attempted to work this case out. You must do it.
Okay, you said this is filed federally, but that doesn't mean it's filed criminally.
No.
If it's within the...
Let's not forget who Tony Busby is. This isn't just some small-time lawyer looking for his 15 minutes of fame. Busby is a heavyweight in the legal world, known for taking on high-profile cases and winning. He's represented accusers of some of the biggest names in Hollywood and beyond. And he has a track record of exposing corruption and abuse. When someone like Busby takes on a case, people pay attention.